Alright, welcome back. So last time, there were too many twists for me to handle in one recording session. But now I've had some time to think things through, and actually I have a theory. So okay. So let's look at this first. Let's refresh a little bit. Okay. So one of the things that is complicating so much. Wait, this says the background music at the front page. Huh, that's weird. Anyways. So one of the main things that's complicating things for me is the sync machine and the fact that it swaps bodies. And two things. One, they would not include this detail if it was irrelevant. And the other one, that they wouldn't know that unless it's been done before. So I believe it happened to Date for sure. So I don't think he's actually the son that killed Iris's mother. Real mother. So, and then I remembered this. I don't know the date on this, but this guy, and he was also mentioned as being there at the scene. When we talked to his brother, he said that this guy used to be, I don't know what he used to be like, but he used to be different. And then at one point he changed, and he became this like evil, sadistic guy. And my guess is that this is actually us. And we swap bodies, or he swapped bodies with So's son. And So's son went into this guy, and that's why he became so like evil. And that doesn't explain how we lost our memory. That could be like the chemicals they give us. I don't know. There was also a mention of him having an accident that changed his personality, but that could just be the swap. Used to be a leader of a gang. That would also explain our fighting skills. Yeah, and also, this guy has been just talked about too much for some dead character that isn't important. So I've always thought he would be important in our past, but yeah, now I'm starting to think he's actually us. So, is there anything else? So there is going back to my older theory, there's the so when Hitomi's boyfriend, the assassin, was attacked, we could be the intruder. She recognizes us, though. That's weird. Maybe she just recognizes us from being So's son? She probably would know that with the past. Yeah, maybe we weren't. Maybe we weren't that. I don't know. We'll see. That's my theory, though.
Again, neither Renju or I saw this. We were just waiting at my house for Monica to return. But she never came back. We tried to call her cell, but it didn't connect. But then, we saw movement on the GPS.
The GPS Renju gave to Monica?
Yes. At first, we thought she was on her way home, but we saw the GPS getting further and further away from the city. Renju and I got nervous, and we decided to follow it.
What about the baby?
We couldn't take the baby with us, so Renju gave the baby to the mob doctor he trusted.
Mob doctor. Oh. Alright. That doesn't make sense, though. I don't know.
Those are Kumakura men.
So I was thinking, though, So what if they synced with So's son to try to get information out of him, to prove he killed Monica? But they stayed in there too long, and then that's when how the swap happened. I just don't know why this guy would be the guy sinking. I don't know.
We didn't dare move. We couldn't speak. We were barely breathing. I knew what the hole was for, but I couldn't move. Couldn't do anything. I remember my heart beating so fast. Before long.
We good here?
Yeah. Cover her.
Just a minute.
Beautiful.
Ooh. Oh my god. Okay, so maybe that's not us. Jesus, he obviously is sadistic.
The Kumakura people covered Monika's body, then left.
Gross. Okay. But I still think maybe somebody synced with So's son, and that's who we are.
Renju and I ran over and dug up the grave with a tree branch.
Because otherwise, what the hell makes sense? Like, So's son loses his memory, and then they're like, oh, hey, let's invite him on our team. That doesn't make any sense. So maybe we were a member of the team. It was just a sinker, and yeah, that makes a lot more sense. They bring him back.
What we saw. Monica! We need to call the police.
No, we can't. Not yet.
Why not?
You don't know who those guys are. They would do anything to keep this hidden. I've seen it happen myself. I know what they're capable of. Anyway, think about it. Why would they do this? They thought Monica and her baby were going to be trouble. Monica's stomach was still pretty big. I don't think they know that she gave birth already. What do you think they'd do if they found out? They would take her and kill her too.
Wait, alright. But this doesn't explain why you move the body. Just rebury it. You know, even they wouldn't even realize. You know, the mobsters wouldn't realize it was redug up. Or so.
And then, they'd come for us. They'd make it look like we disappeared. All of us would be gone.
Renju convinced me. He knew more about the dirty underbelly of society than anyone. He knew when something couldn't be handled by the police. He said that they would do anything to kill the child. And I believed him.
Yeah, they'd also never pinned it on So, well, who I guess they would suspect still at this time. Apparently they found out it was So's son afterwards.
We had to protect Monica's baby. We had to. No matter what.
Okay. I understand.
I decided to trust him. We couldn't leave Monica's body in the forest.
Why? It's buried in the ground. Instead, we'd really much rather have her in a freezer in a warehouse.
We cleaned her up. And
What? That's lunacy. That made less sense than I thought they were going to give her an excuse. Like, they were worried that they'd come back or something.
This warehouse is owned by Okiura Fishery, but it's not in use right now.
This is lunacy. I just realized this too. Like, what? You put it in a place, you know, oh yeah, the body's buried in the woods. You know, it'd be much better if you buried in my warehouse. What? Like, not even buried, just hidden a little bit.
They're moving operations to a better area. They're actually looking for buyers right now. But don't worry, I'll take over the warehouse.
Are you sure?
Ridiculous.
Yes. Don't worry, I'll keep everyone out. Everyone but you, of course. I'll give you a key. You can come visit any time you want to see Monica.
Monica, don't worry about the baby. I'll protect her, no matter what. And don't worry about them, either. The people who did this to you, I will never forgive them. I'm sorry, Monica. Sorry. I'm sorry. Monica.
Okay, so it's really interesting that she was talking to So on that one path, and they didn't seem to be heated. Oh, nice. It's fun when you change perspectives. Oh, the light is off.
The mob doctor took care of everything. I have the birth certificate, and I even picked up a mother and baby book. It wasn't cheap, but you don't have to worry about it. Just submit the birth certificate, and everything will be taken care of. You look worried.
I feel like I'm somehow betraying Monica. She was the one who gave birth.
Soon, you won't even be able to think about that, because a war is about to begin.
A war?
Between you and the baby.
What?
You won't get a good night's sleep for a long time. You might even start to resent Monica for all this.
Really?
Anyway, as soon as you submit the certificate, you will officially be her mother. Be sure to raise her responsibly. I'll help. Occasionally.
Occasionally, huh?
Yeah, he doesn't even raise his own kid.
I don't really want to discuss this, but there's something you need to know. After talking to the Kumakura gang, I found out who killed Monica. So's son, Saito Sejima.
How? Saito was only...
12 years old.
Why? Why would a little boy do that?
I don't know the motive, but I know it's true.
So she does know Saito.
So used his connections with the Kumakuras to cover up for his son, and all of the evidence of this scandal, of course.
Yeah, that was something when we first go into So's dream, that was a feeling I kind of had. Not that it was, obviously it was his son or anything, but just that he was kind of haunted by this woman being stabbed, because he just keeps seeing that over and over and over, so it really makes sense. You know, the whole, what we saw with the sun coming out and just stabbing her out of nowhere, that makes sense that would be his dream space, you know? Although obviously he became pretty evil himself, so, but it could have been partially because of that, or he could have been that way all along, who knows?
I'll never forgive them. So, his son, or the Kumakuras.
I feel the same way, but you can't think about revenge now. You and the baby can't lead a life like that. Just bear with it for now. The opportunity will come. So wait until the right moment. Okay?
Alright, now that's interesting. I wonder if Renji's still trying to get revenge. That could be why he got the assassin out, even. Although assassin's tied to her, too. Huh.
I was thinking about her name. How about Iris?
Alright, that's pretty dark when her mother just had her eye ripped out. And then you name her Iris.
Iris?
The goddess of rainbows in Greek mythology, and the colored part of your eye.
And the flower, too.
Right.
I thought it might have something to do with your name, Hitomi.
Not only that, it's also for Monika's name. The kanji for Monica uses the character for love, and Monica reminds me of Manako, Japanese for eye.
So both names have something to do with
Which
the eye.
reminds me of when she got her eye ripped out. Like earlier today.
And I, which means love, will always be a part of Iris.
Okay.
So that's how you came up with the name?
Don't you think it's nice?
So the name of this game is Love the Somnium Files?
Iris. Iris. Yeah, I really like it.
And so my life with Iris began. Raising a child was much harder than I expected. Waking up in the middle of the night to change diapers or feed her, Iris wasn't a good sleeper. I had to sing her lullabies to put her to sleep, and I always needed to put her to bed so carefully. It would only take 10 seconds before she'd start crying again, so I had to pick her up, sing her another lullaby, then put her back to bed. After doing this over and over, before I knew it, the morning sun would creep in through the windows. But even with all that, I cherished every single day. My hatred for those responsible never went away, but my hands were full. Raising Iris, I devoted myself to her. I never thought about anything else. Eventually, my desire for revenge just faded away.
Mama! Mama! Woof! Woof! Mama! Omelette! Omelette! Sweepy! Up? Mommy, I won race today! Is Mommy proud of me? Mommy, I want to see Milky Moon again! Mommy, you are so good at dancing! Mommy, pancakes are done! Sorry, I burned it a little. Mommy, why can't I dance at the stores? I can't help it! My body dances on its own! Mommy, don't more people come to barbecues? How come it's always you and me? Hey, Mommy. How long will it take my bone to get better? I want to dance again with everybody. Hey, Mommy! Do you like my shirt? Look, we're matching! Mommy, thank you for everything! I love you more than anything in the whole wide world! Mommy, look! I drew it!
Oh, are we gonna get history from this time? That'd be really cool.
The Okonomiyaki War, huh?
That was so fun! We should do it again!
The food or the food fight?
Both!
I'm gonna have to say no to the latter, sweetie. It took forever to clean.
But Uncle said he wants to do it again too! Hey, Mommy.
Yes?
Are you gonna marry him?
What are you talking about?
As long as it's Uncle, I'm all for it! I say go for it!
I would always question myself. Could I keep living a lie? I had promised Monica that I would avenge her, but I couldn't work up the courage. And maybe Renju was exaggerating, but there's no statute of limitations for murder in Japan. If we showed Monica's body to the police, so would be punished by the law.
Well, I mean, how do you prove that he did it? It's not that easy, and you probably would be punishable too.
And the Tsujima's and Kumakura's crimes would be uncovered. But that would mean...
Oh, come on, really?
It would be uncovered as well.
I don't think that would be the dilemma anymore.
That's what I was really worried about. I didn't want Iris to know that So was her father. And even more than that, I didn't want her to know that I'm not her real mother. That's the real reason I've been silent for 18 years. I didn't want to lose Iris, but...
Yeah, no, either you report it immediately or you never report it.
God used other means to take Iris from me.
Unless you're caught like this.
In January, Iris suddenly collapsed. It was caused by a malignant tumor in her brain. There's nothing we can do. She only has a year to live at most. That's what the doctor said. If you remember me telling you. But what I didn't tell you...
What? You told me like yesterday. How would I forget about that? I mean, it was a different route, but still. It was early. It was a long time ago in real time, but in this route, it was a day ago.
Is that there was an experimental new treatment. It was
Some of the cutting-edge nanomachines can even go inside your body and cure illnesses. They can even cure cancer. And they go,
Nanomachines. Nanomachines could remove the tumor, but the procedure would be so expensive. With my salary, it wasn't something I could afford. I thought hard about it, about how I could get my hands on that kind of money, but I couldn't think of a solution. Time passed. Before I knew it, it was November.
I mean, Renju, I don't know how much money, but I mean, maybe Renju could do something.
Iris's symptoms worsened. Her time was running out. I was starting to panic. I couldn't sit here and waste. In any case, I thought of a plan. A plan to blackmail So Tsujima.
Oh. So that's why she was meeting with him in that timeline. Okay.
2 days ago, on Saturday night, I called So and invited him to come to the warehouse. He agreed to come. After I hinted at what happened 18 years ago, I had prepared everything. When he finally arrived...
And that's why the body was out. Oh, okay. This makes a lot more sense now. Okay, so she put the body out on the table.
He walked over to the workbench where I had laid Monika's body. He lifted the cloth and looked down. He whimpered and stumbled back. Even he was fazed. Seeing a body he thought he got rid of 18 years ago. Not to mention it was the body of a woman he was in a relationship with. A woman his own son killed. He reacted exactly as I expected he would. I had prepared a recording and sent it to his phone.
I know what happened 18 years ago. Everything. I know who did it, and I know she had a baby inside her. You can probably guess what I'm going to say next. Be prepared to pay for my silence. I will tell you the exact amount later. And don't tell anyone about this. Not Saito, not the Kumakuras. If you do anything even remotely suspect, I will go to the press with the truth. Understand?
I told him to keep quiet and cut ties with the Kumakuras.
See, one thing I really don't get is why the hell did Iris see So in her dream? And So's kissing her. You know, that's not explainable at all by the story. Because we don't know how So would know about her. At all.
Even if he found out who I was, without the Kumakura gang, he had no power over me. And there's no way he'd risk his political career, not to go after me. I saw So put his phone back into his pocket and run out of the warehouse.
Hey, that's not true. There's no way he'd risk his political career. It would be risking it to save it.
I came out of my hiding place to put Monika's body back. But then, something unexpected happened.
Yeah, I come in.
I saw you, Date. I hid behind the forklift, and when you were done looking around...
It can't be. Iris.
Yeah, I understand. That's how I felt last video.
Iris is not Hitomi's daughter. But Iris's father is So Tsujima.
Oh god. Iris is my sister. Well, maybe. Depending on the bottom switch, or the body switch thing. Half-sister.
Her mother, Monica Iwai, was killed 18 years ago by So's son, Saito. However, Hitomi raised Iris since she was a baby. Hitomi showed unwavering love and compassion for her, just as much as her biological mother would have, if not more. Iris's tumor was discovered in January of this year. The only possible treatment was experimental nanotechnology. However, that treatment...
Yeah, we got it.
Hitomi devised a plan to blackmail So Sejima for the money.
Like, it's going that some things have happened a long time ago, but this literally just happened. You just heard the story.
The best way to establish that is why she was the one. On Sunday night, what Date... That is the summary, but there are some things I have yet... Date, pull your... Date...
Psychopath.
No. Like, all of this was my idea. I'm sorry. I have no...
I probably don't have to ask, but let me just be sure. After I left the warehouse, what did you do?
I put Monica's body back onto the hood of the forklift. Then...
Makes sense.
That's why the police didn't see the body with...
Wait,
It
what?
makes perfect sense now that I have the facts.
They didn't search enough to find it?
Iris did not resurrect. You simply mistook Monica for Iris. The body did not disappear. Those were the events at the warehouse. Simple.
Okay, so one question I have is, we remember that the police were held up seemingly purposely from investigating the warehouse. I don't know why So would have done that. He'd have the power to, but I mean, unless, yeah, I don't know.
There are still a few loose ends, but I believe I have... However, none of this ties directly back to Shoko Nadami. Her murder was just for... Is it connected? Or are these two separate cases?
I mean, the real mystery right now is the original Cyclops murders. Oh. So I guess that does paint the mob boss as a suspect in those, because he takes eyes.
If there is a connection, it would be with Renju and So.
Oh, that too.
We can think about it later. More importantly...
Wait. Where are you going?
To look for Iris, of course.
But you have no idea where she is.
Do you know something?
Yes. At around 4 o'clock today. I don't know who it was.
What did they say?
I have your daughter. Don't call the police or she dies. That's why I didn't tell you earlier.
Renju.
We don't know that for certain.
What? There's no reason to believe that it's Renju. That'd be so... most likely.
It could be number 89.
No.
Either way, Iris is in danger right now.
The voice asked for something else.
Has he not heard enough in this timeline to put together that the assassin used to date her? He probably hasn't. It's probably a different timeline. Because I want to know more about that.
He told me to go to a specified location with you.
With me?
Yes.
The culprit knows me? It must be Renju. What location?
I'm sorry, but this stops now.
Yeah, this is Renji's plan here. Wait, what's going on there? Is she drugged?
Date, run!
Boss!
Please, do not worry. I merely put her to sleep.
What are you doing?
My orders. They told us to halt our investigation. The boss was already going against orders as it is, which is why...
Investigation? What investigation? Shoko or Iris?
The old Cyclops murders.
Neither. The investigation of Monika's murder.
So this is so pressuring this.
Monica? But her case is all but completely solved.
Yes, but only to us, right? If we say nothing, then her
So Sejima. So threatened us, didn't he?
I don't know. But you've been stripped of your authority on this investigation, as of 5 minutes ago. In fact, you are to be placed under house arrest. What will you do, Date? I suggest you comply.
Iva, can you turn the power off?
Easily.
Alright, get ready. 3, 2, 1. Now tell me, where is the location?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
If I told you, you'd go alone, wouldn't you? But if I don't go with you...
Alright, take me there.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We have a different path possibility up on the top left of the map.
I know this place.
I wonder if we have any other ones. Yeah, it looks like just this. Yeah, the more I get into the story, the more I have absolutely no idea how long it's been. Alright, I'm going to call this video here. Till next time.